How to get the attention of major sources of inventory. Think to yourself, what would be the most lucrative source of inventory you can think of? Are you done yet? Okay, time's up. What did you come up with? Publishers? Dirt cheap wholesaler book distributors? Having Goodwill knock on your door and offer all their donated books to you? Sounds cool, right? Imagine how much more productive you'd be if you had those major sources of inventory already in the bag. You could then concentrate on pricing, streamlining order fulfillment, inventory management, and all the other pieces of the process pie that make up an online book-selling business. Now, come back down from your dream and snap out of it. A multi-million-dollar company such as Goodwill isn't just going to come to you on their own free will and beg you to buy their books for super cheap. American book companies don't care who you are if you take the huge risk by buying 50 copies of an Amazon bestseller. Nope. However, what steps do you think it would take for you to even begin imagining situations like this? We all have to start somewhere, and that somewhere is right now. Depending on what your goals are for your book business, are you taking the steps to achieve them? Sourcing inventory is probably the number one goal for most booksellers. Without valuable books to sell, your business may soon become a hobby. It is my goal with this post to show you a real-world strategy that I have used successfully in order to find more sources of inventory. I hate doing tasks in which there may be a faster, more efficient way to get the task done. I'm a huge fan of David Allen's GTD methodology and am really into the whole productivity thing. This attitude was with me about a year ago when I wanted to get a hold of FOL, Friends of the Library Directors, in my area. I had good success with buying the leftovers at a sale in my town, and I wanted to replicate that in other libraries around me. I knew it may be difficult getting email addresses for libraries around me, and even if I did, no telling how many emails these people get. I figured my email would just get tossed aside or forgotten. How was I supposed to stand out? Remember this old way of communicating called snail mail and using a letter? Yep, it's still around and could probably be called a rarity. That's an awesome idea to get their attention. Okay, I know how I'm going to contact them to get their attention, but I've got a few obstacles to overcome here. 1. Where do I find library contact information? 2. How do I find libraries close to me? 3. Do I really have to type up or even write all these letters? 4. How much is this going to cost me? Not to be deterred, I set out to find a way to do this in the easiest, most efficient way possible. The first task was to find out how to contact these libraries. I did some research and came across the site publiclibraries.com. This site was perfect. It allowed me to click on a state and get every one of the public libraries with names and addresses. Step 1 was complete. On to step number 2. Okay, I've got a list of libraries in my state, but I'm not driving 10 hours to get some books. There's got to be a way to map all these locations to see how close they are to me. A few clicks and keystrokes later, out pops a little site at gmaps.kading.name. Thank you, Google. Apparently, this is some guy's project, and I'm really glad he had decided to succeed. This little site allows you to put in however many addresses you want, and it will automatically plot them with Google Maps. Cool. Step 2 is in the books. Now what? Step 3 really scared me. Imagine someone that hasn't written more than a sticky note in the last few years. That's me. Email, Facebook, instant message, and texting is the language I speak. Pen-to-paper writing is like Latin to me now, a dead language. However, with my powerful Google Foo, I managed to uncover an excellent service that extinguished my fear completely. Introducing automatic email to snail mail conversion from a company called Postful. The service is very simple and the price can't be beat. For around 98 cents per page, I could send out one email and not to have to write, pack, and mail dozens of letters. The process couldn't have been easier. Postful gives you an email address to send to. They then convert that into a document, you review it, upload the names and addresses of everyone you want to send to, and they send it out via snail mail letter. Here's my order screen on Postful. As you can see, I emailed out 83 libraries at a cost of $81.18. I recall I received 8 to 10 responses back from these libraries and picked up books from 3 of them. 3 out of 83 doesn't sound too good, but at $82 and a relationship with more friends of the library directors, it was well worth the minor cost. With some out-of-the-box thinking and getting the word out to as many people as possible, this is just one of the strategies that you can use to bring in more books and increase sales.